Hello, lovelies. It's G here, and I have a message for you today. Let's go ahead and jump in and see what Spirit has. We're just burning some Palo Santo. As you can tell, I'm coming out from the outdoors today. So, I'm going to continue to let that burn. Hopefully it doesn't burn any of my cards. It's kind of raining on and off, so if it starts raining, we'll just deal with it. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has a message for you today. Okay, Two of Swords. You're in a place where Spirit is trying to help you to understand a lesson. Yeah. The Star card that is meant to bring you healing. So when I placed down the Two of Swords, the Nine of Wands in reverse came out. There's a lesson here. You need to make a decision. You haven't quite learned a lesson, which is why you are feeling indecisive about this, or you're feeling insecure about this, or if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know what to do about this, or I'm unsure of which direction to go or what path to take. I'm not sure why this is happening, or why this person is coming to my life, or why this event is happening in my life. I feel unsure. I feel misdirected. And it's because there is a lesson here that Spirit is trying to teach you that you haven't quite learned yet, that is meant to bring you some kind of clarity, that is meant to bring you some kind of healing here, that is meant to bring you that is meant to raise your elevation, excuse me. So what about this decision, Spirit? So Spirit saying that this is this is a general reading, and it's a difference for everybody, but there is a truth that you're holding deeply inside of yourself that you're not allowing to come to the surface, or that you're not allowing to take hold. You're letting it come in and then go out, and then come in and then go out. It's like a frequency of understanding that Spirit wants you to gather or wants you to have, but you keep like rejecting it, or it's giving me like it doesn't have like a firm foundation, or it doesn't have like a firm root in your life. Sometimes Spirit shows us things or highlights things in our life, and it's just like, yep. And we're just like very willing and very open and ready to accept it as truth, to accept it as what it really is in our life, and just to be like, yep, that's what it is. That's who it is. That's who I am. That's what this, it comes in as like a pure truth, and you don't question it. And Spirit is saying that some of you, there is a truth coming into your life that you are having a hard time like realizing, or that you're having a hard time allowing to be true. You're having a hard time just allowing it to come in and allowing it to take root into your life. Yeah. And it's an opportunity for it's actually something that's actually going to end up being very happy. But you're in a space right now of holding it inside, and see you're in this kind of like gray area here. Right? Because you're holding this truth, because you're holding that close to your chest. You've been given you've been given downloads, you've been given a truth here, but you're holding it close to your chest, and you're not allowing it for it to expand. And it could be because of disbelief. It could be like a feeling of this is like, hold on, wait, slow down, wait a minute. Like, I don't want this to be all the way true yet, or I don't want to accept this, or I don't know this. It's like, well, where's the proof? Where's the proof? It's like doubting your intuition. It's like your intuition is telling you, yes, this is this, or this, this situation is this. And you're just like, but wait, where's my proof? I don't know. How can I claim that? How can I know that? And it is because you are doubting your intuition. You're doubting yourself. You're doubting your ability to intuitively or empathically pick up on the truth of a situation. It's your own fears. It's your own ego being like, well, wait a minute. How do I know that that's the truth? How could I possibly, believe that to be true? Because it's like, it's so quick. There's something here about it being very quick, and about it kind of like rushing in and being like, yep, here it is. And it's like, wait, slow down. How can that be true? How can, like, I don't know this person, or I don't know this thing, or I don't know that. I don't know that I'm, so it's like you getting this download. Yeah. Like, it's like, oh yeah, get that, because you're gonna, you're gonna get that job, apply for it. And you're like, Spirit, how can that possibly be true? Like, I don't have the credentials for it. Like, I don't have the training for it. I don't have, I heard that so-and-so was going to get that job, like, was a dead ringer for that job. How are you just going to tell me, yeah, it's yours, you're going to get it? Like, how? Like, there is no proof. Like, where's the proof to that that's actually going to happen, or that's happening? There's a lot, like, in the ethers, or there's a lot that's unspoken in the situation, Spirit is saying, but you are being offered a brand new beginning, and you're being asked to take a leap of faith, right? You are being offered an opportunity, or you are being offered something that is, like, right in front of your face, and Spirit said, this is an opportunity. Like, if you want to take it, you know? But they're leaving it up to you. They're saying, like, this, go with your heart, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition. It's telling you and it's guiding you. Come on now. There's something here that you need to lay to rest. There's something here that you need to lay to rest. And and for some of you, you need to know, there is a soulmate energy happening. There is a choice. You need to make a choice. Hangman in reverse. You have all the information that you need to know, but it could be because of a past betrayal or something that's happened in your past that has made you have fear or have doubts. You could have guessed things in the past that didn't turn out to be quite true. You could have been like, oh, my intuition is telling me this or that, when it was really your fears or your ego, or even like somebody else's wants and desires speaking from within you. And so now that's given you a little bit of maybe you double ask, or you triple ask, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And your spirit guides are like, please stop doubting yourself because of what happened in your past. Oh my goodness. 2 of Cups. Yeah, whatever this is, it's really meant for you. Knight of Cups in reverse, though. You could be anticipating like an offer coming to you, and you're just like, no way is that person or that job or this thing going to accept me or want me. No way. Like, that's just, anyway, that's not, I'm misreading this. I'm putting too much into it. I have no foundation to guess that person likes me, or that job is going to accept me, or that I should apply for this, or I should do that. Like, that's coming out of nowhere. Speaking of coming out of nowhere, the sun is just coming out of nowhere. Like, it just rained and now the sun is just coming out. Oh, it's going to make it so muggy. Hopefully not. Yeah, Hangman in reverse again, showing itself. Yeah, you have put yourself in a situation here where you know the truth of this situation, so allow yourself, you've gotten the illumination that you need. Have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in your magic. Have confidence in, for some of you, this could be you putting out a manifestation out there into the world. I want a soulmate, or I want a job, or I want abundance, or I want to move, or I want to upgrade in this, or I want to upgrade in that. And now that this upgrade is coming in, or now that the soulmate is coming in, or now that this opportunity is coming to you, you're like, no way. No effing way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And Spirit's like, are you effing kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? You put all this energy out. You've been praying. You've been asking. You've been manifesting. Some of you have even done rituals or spells, or you've burned candles, or you've made petitions to your spirit guides, your patron gods or goddesses. You have prayed and asked and manifested. You've put it in manifestation jars. You've asked for it for so long, and you're like, please, God, let me get this job. Please, God, let me get a career that I love. And then all of a sudden you're offered an opportunity, and you're just like, what? Why would I do that? What do you mean? Why would I leave? Why would I move? Why would I take this opportunity? And Spirit's like, but you've been asking for this. Like, what do you mean? It's something here about the package that it comes in, or like, there's something here about the circumstances, the details of it, that you're just like, how? And it's making you doubt it. It could be, I know that we've talked about this before on the channel, where it's like, it might come in a package, it might come in a way, it might come in a time, it might come in a circumstance that's like, there's no way that this is what I asked for, is my prayer, is my answered prayer. It's too good to be true, or it's too perfect, or it's exactly what I asked for. I don't believe it. Spirit's like, come on, come on. Like, it's time that you just see this for what it is. Open up your heart. Queen of Cups, open up your heart and see this for what it truly is. Like, offer yourself to this situation, right? Because 2 of Cups, right? There has to be an offer. Like, something can come in, but you have to be open to receive. Oh, I'm so sorry. But you have to be open to receive it. It's part of what you're supposed to be doing. Hey, you want to come up here with me? No? Okay. He's shy. He doesn't want to come on camera. You want to sit right there? Okay. Ace of Wands. Yeah, oh my gosh. Come on now. Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. This is something that's going to be really fruitful, really grounding, really is going to work on your foundation really deeply. Help a foundation that you've been asking. You know, it's like I want to be stable. I want to be, you know, I want to feel supported. I want to feel stable. I want to feel abundant. I want to feel fruitful. I want to feel like I know what I'm doing, and I know, you know, I believe in myself. Like, you have an opportunity here, right? You're being given this opportunity here, you know, and it might seem small and it might seem insignificant at first, or it might seem like, what is this going to develop into? But it will. It will take root and take hold if you allow it. You know, there's a reason that you feel so passionately drawn to this, or you feel like, wow, like it's important, it's significant. Yes, it is important. Yes, it is significant. I just keep hearing answered prayer. It's your answered prayer. Oh my God, it's getting humid. Come on now. King of Wands. You feel like a drive to chase after this, to go after this, to stand up and to ground. So there's some kind of combination here of like, know that you got this, right? Know that you have this. Know that you have the foundation. Know that you have the heart, that you have the understanding behind it. Like, you are grounded, like your feminine energy is saying, ground into what your heart really wants. Listen to your heart. It will guide you. Okay. And that you have a firm enough foundation. You have the wealth. You have everything. You have the knowledge. And if you don't have it yet, you will be given it. You will be put into the situation to get the training that you need. You will be put into a situation where you have the finances that you need to accomplish this goal that you were asking the universe. And the universe might, you know, if you're asking the universe, you know, universe, I want to feel financially stable, right? In your mind, you might be thinking, it'd be great to win the lottery, you know? But, and Spirit's like, well, wouldn't it? Then why, when you have that friend that comes to you that's like, hey, let's go here, let's go do this. And it would put you into a situation where maybe you would stop at a gas station or stop somewhere and buy a lottery ticket. But you don't see that. That's a couple of steps away. Like, say that you have, like, in the state that I live in, we don't have the lottery, right? But say if I was like, oh, God, Spirit, I would love to win the lottery. And then I had a friend come to me and be like, hey, let's go to the beach. Well, you're not automatically thinking, oh my God, this is it. I'm going to go to the beach, and then I'm going to be guided to go buy a lottery ticket, and then I'm going to win the lottery. Woo woo. You know, you're not thinking about that. You're just like, I don't know if I have the time, if I could take the time off from work. I don't know if I can request it off. I don't know if I have an opportunity to do this. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah. And Spirit's like, come on, follow the breadcrumbs. Like, you know, or, you know, say you're like, I really want this job, and you get an opportunity to go to a job fair, or you get the opportunity to get invited to someone's house, that it'd be like, oh, this would be a great time for you to network. And you're like, I don't know. I don't feel like going. Maybe I can't do that. There's nobody there that I know. And Spirit is like, if you would follow it, you know, maybe you would go to that party, or you would go to that gathering, or you would go to that friend's house who's offering, and then there's somebody there that's like, I would love a person in my business that I'm starting to do this. And then your friend's like, my friend does that, and they're actually here. They're right there across the room. Let me introduce the two of you. And then you're like, oh, hi, I'm looking for a job that does this. Oh, hi, I'm offering a job that does this. What, you want beef or something? Oh, no. So there's a spider. So I like looked up, and there's a spider over there. There's two spiders. And they're beefing with each other over there. So there's two spiders, and one spider's like, what's up? And the other spider's like, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, shit. It's going down. They're coming together. Oh, snap. One spider's just like, what's up? What's up? Oh, man. And I feel like that's you. I feel like somebody or something could be really trying to come in and deliver a message to you. And you're like, nah, what's up? Nah, what's up? Nah, I'm fighting this. Nah, I don't want that. Nah, you're a liar. Nah, I don't believe in you. Like, nah. And it's because of your defensiveness. Oh my God, look at that. Come on now. And it's because of your defensiveness from the past. You're just like, but what about this? And what about that? Your justice is trying to come in here. What you've been asking for is trying to come in here. But you're like, what's up? What's up? Nah, don't bring your ass over here. That's not what I want. You bring your ass over here and I'm gonna mess you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. Come over here and I'm gonna fuck you up. And this thing, yeah. So one of them is like, I'm looking at the spiders over here. Like one of them is like, let's go. The other one's kind of just like, what? Like they're not, I think they're two different types of spiders. But I'm getting that you're like the defensive spider that's like, don't bring your ass over here. Nah, I don't want that. And it could be so like unintentional or subconscious self-sabotaging that's just like, nah, I don't want that. Nah, that's not it. Nah, I'm not ready for that. Somewhere in your spirit or somewhere inside you've been like, I would really love a soulmate, or I would really love a partner who would come in and be good to me. I would really love that. And then you have somebody being like, hi, and you're like, get away from me. I don't want you. Get out of here. And it's like, okay, so did you actually want a partner? Did you actually want a soulmate? Did you actually want real love? Or were you just kind of goofing around? Did you actually want a partner? Did you actually want a mentor? Did you actually want that? Or, is your fear and your defensiveness going to keep you with your bottom down, not making a move or not making a decision? Horrifying. Yeah. You're being put in a position right now, right? For some of you, your belief system could be being called into question. Like old paradigms of like, no, like I would really love to do this, but I can't move away from the position. I can't move out of the house that I am now, or I can't leave the place where I am now. But that job that you really want is in another state, or it's in another town, or it's in another company. That thing that would be so great for you and really healthy for you is somewhere else. It's somewhere else you're not allowing yourself to go right now. And Spirit is saying, why are you holding yourself back? Why are you not allowing yourself to go there? Why are you not allowing yourself to to humble yourself into a position of, see, look, the one spider that was like, what? Like, the other spider has kind of backed off. So they're like on like a gardening tool. And the one spider that's trying to like creep in actually like went underneath the thing and then like came up around. So it's like sneaking. Oh, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. What's gonna happen? I'm so invested in this. Why am I so invested in this? It's those two little spiders over there. Oh. Nope, he ran away. He said, nah, family. Nah, fam, I don't want the smoke. So whatever this opportunity is, like, it will go away. Like, it will go away, or it will walk away, or it will retreat back. Especially if you're like, what? Get out of here. Nobody wants you. And it's like, okay, shit. Like, we'll go give the job to somebody else then. Or like, okay, like you won't, you'll be too settled into your ways. And you're like, I'm tired. I just want to go home. I don't want to get out. I don't want to socialize. And that's so funny because I keep being drawn over to there because that one spider is like Mr. Get Bad as long as that other spider is like far away from it. But as soon as the spider started coming towards it, it was like, and then once it crawled away from it and then it showed itself again, it was like, what? So like really it's because of fear. Like you're really actually scared. It's because of insecurities. It's because of pain from your past, Yeah. sit in your power and understand, like, Empress, allow this to come into you, because there is this energy of, like, you kind of allow it to come close and then you're like, get away, and then you're like, and it's like, fine, and then it comes close, you're like, I'm serious, get away from me. And this thing, like that spider, that one spider, keeps coming back around and keeps coming back around. Like, it's gonna come back around, like, in different ways, and different people, and different opportunities, until you learn this lesson, because this is a lesson you haven't learned yet. You haven't learned this lesson yet. It's because it's your choice. You're being so defensive about this. But it's a lesson that Spirit continuously keeps trying to teach you. Wow. There's some kind of lesson here around, like, your intuition, or around... What is that? Sorry. I'm getting so distracted, you guys. I'm feeling very, like, ADHD today. I'm just like, what's that? What is that? Why is that over here? Why does that look like that? Get out of here. What the hell is that? Anyway. Oh, it's getting so muggy. I'm gonna have to go inside. Yeah, it's the devil. It is the devil, but look, there's the strength card peeking its way. Look. Look at you. Fighting and running towards that devil. Be quick, fast, in a hurry to be like, you know what? No, I have the strength to overcome this. You guys know that the strength card is the card that overcomes the devil energy in the deck. Yeah. So let it come in. So I was talking to a friend, like, she messaged me. It's a person that was a part of a spiritual group that I'm a part of, or a class that I took. And she messaged me this morning, and she was like, asking me about, well, she'll message me every once in a while and be like, have you ever experienced this? Do you ever experience that? And today she was asking me about receiving a message in a language that she couldn't understand. And she was like, this has ever happened to you? And I was like, yeah, it's happened to me before. I've heard, spirits have come to me to speak in a different language, have spoken to me in earth languages, non-earth languages, as well as light language. And I heard in my mind, I got a clairsentient download that was like, listen to your heart, you will understand. And that guided me. I'm like, that's a quote. What is that a movie quote from? And I looked it up, and it was a movie quote from Pocahontas. Pocahontas has had, in the story, Pocahontas had her dream about the compass, about her path. Like, where is my path? Where do I go? Like, what direction do I follow? And she goes to Grandmother Willow, and Grandmother Willow, it was like, you should listen. Like, there's angels. Okay, so there's angels, there's spirits in the earth, in the sky, in the water, in the wind. They're all around you. They're trying to guide you. And she's, she's like, so listen. And she's like, I hear the wind. And it's like, what is it saying? It's like, I don't understand it. It's like, she starts singing to listen with your heart. Listen with your heart, you will understand. Spirit keeps saying the lyrics, let it break upon you like waves upon the sand. Let it break upon you like waves on the sand. So listen with your heart, you will understand. So they keep saying, like, let it come into you, even if it intimidates you, even if, it seems like the emotions are I don't want to say heavy, but it feels like the emotions are intense, or it's like, allow this to come into you, because this is something that Spirit really wants to come into your life, but you're feeling triggered by it, or you're feeling challenged by it, or you're just feeling like, I don't know if I can allow this. I don't know if I can let this happen. And that's so funny too, because Spirit keeps guiding me to look over there at those spiders, and I'm like, one of the spiders, the one that was like, get out of here, is way bigger than the other one. And it's reminding me about how females, a lot of females in animals, like, are bigger than the males. And I was like, I wonder if one was a female and one was a male. And it could be a situation, especially if it's like a soulmate situation here. somebody here could be in feminine energy, which is why the Queen of Cups came out, and it was like, look at that, King of Cups. Look at that. And it's the sun. Come on now. Okay. They said to pull the King of Cups and the sun. No. Yeah, they're saying you might be confused by your options, or you might be confused thinking this is too good to be true for me right now. Or there's no way that that could be happening, or there's no way that, you know, I'm probably just making this up in my head or in my mind or something like that, you know. And 25:25 down on the clock, and Spirit is saying, like, $50, 25:25, $50. They're saying you're halfway there. You're halfway there. Get off me, please. King of Swords. Yeah, your logical mind is coming in and like playing tricks with you. Like, okay, look, let's stop. It's like you're trying to look at a miracle from logic point, and it's like, well, actually, it's probably not a miracle. It's probably just a reflection off of swamp gas. It's not really aliens. It's just, it's this, the clouds came together with this certain amount, and Spirit's like, stop with the bullshit. You're being really quick to be like, well, actually, it can't be that, because it's got to be this bullshit answer that makes sense to my logical mind. And Spirit is like, not everything in this world makes sense, like, logically. Not everything can be explained with numbers. Or not, actually it can, but you're not ready for that. Some people aren't ready for that. They aren't ready for the combination of like science and spirituality, math, you know, all of that. It can all be broken down to a mathematical equation, but like there's a lot of factors in this that you don't know. Arcturians, yeah, so some of you might be resonating with Arcturians right now, or you might be having yeah, so there is a fear and an anxiety here of being wrong or being proven, or it's like a situation where they're showing me that kid from The Simpsons that goes, ha ha, like they're like, I'm afraid that some Jesus. I'm afraid that somebody is going to make fun of me, or I'm afraid that somebody's going to, you know, so it's like, oh, I'm going to shoot my shot with this person. We'll just say that, right? Say it's about a person. I'll shoot my shot with this person, but I just know that they're going to be like, yuck, get away from me, weirdo. I don't feel a connection to you, weirdo. And it's like, why do you have these fears? Why do you have these doubts? I'm hearing past, because of the past. You're getting a lot of downloads. You're getting a lot of direction for your understanding right now. And they're reminding me of, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to upload this, but I uploaded it today that I'm filming this. I uploaded the messages for struggling star beings. So for some of you, you might feel guided to watch that reading if you haven't already. Yeah, look at that. You're fighting it. You're fighting understanding your mission, or you're fighting your path, right? Because that's the very beginning in that scene where she's like, Grandmother Willow, I don't understand. What is my path? What direction should I go in? You know, I'm being guided here. And in that scene, she's like, they're saying something's coming, strange clouds, and then she like climbs up the tree, and Grandmother Willow's like, what do you see? And she sees the sails for the boats, right? And she's like, they're clouds, strange clouds. It's signs that you might not understand. It might be things that you've never seen before, or you've never experienced before, or, you know, sensations that you're just like, why do I feel drawn to this? Or why do I feel like I should do that? Why do I feel these such strong urges to do that or be there? Like, it feels like somebody here is questioning, like what place is this coming from? Is this coming out of desperation? Is it coming out of darkness? Is it coming out of my fears, out of my anxiety? Is it coming from a place of lust, or is it coming from a place, like a darker place that's like, somebody here is struggling, whether they realize subconsciously or not. Somebody here is very struggling with, you could be struggling with your spirituality, because you could have had a very certain like religious base. So some people here could be struggling with like their spirituality of being like, oh, is it a demon telling me to do that? Or, oh, is it, you know, you could subconsciously have gotten a lot of you know, like, oh, tarot is the devil. You're not talking to God. You're talking to evil spirits who are trying to misguide you. You know, like so somebody here could be dealing with some very deep-rooted fears around trusting the guidance that they're getting from their spirit guides, from their intuition, or just in general. Like, somebody here could have had a lot of people in their past gaslight them, or be like, no, I don't feel a connection with you, when they really did. Or no, I don't feel like no, I don't feel like you should do that. I feel like you should doubt yourself. You know, like, maybe you don't know what you're talking about when you did, or when you do know what you're talking about. So it's kind of that kind of vibe that I'm getting, where it's like, I have all these fears or these insecurities because I have been taught to fear and to doubt myself. And they're also talking about how just in the greater collective, people have been taught to doubt their intuition and to doubt the guidance that they're getting. That it's like, where's the proof? Like, a lot of people like to emphasize, like, where's the proof? Like, where is the, like, show me the receipts, honey. It ain't nothing if you don't show me the receipts, honey. And there's so much in the spiritual world that you're not gonna see receipts on. Like, you're not gonna see the receipts. Like, or it might be months, or it might be years before a spiritual truth comes out to you, or somebody reveals the truth to you, and you just have to go on faith for that time, right? Like the Fool card here, right? Like, you just have to take that leap of faith to be like, okay, I have faith in this. But somebody here is holding back because they're just like, where's the proof? Where's the tea? Where's the receipts? You need to walk away. You need to walk away from your fears and from your doubts of feeling like, okay, yeah, this is causing confusion. Or like, which should I choose? What should I go? Which direction should I go in? What's right for me? Because you have fears and doubts around. Spirit is telling you, this one, this one, this one. That's right for you. But you're like, is it? Should I? I'm not sure. But what about this? And what about that? Yeah, and it's keeping, and there's something here about shame. Somebody here is really afraid of being shamed, or being publicly shamed, or being like failing. A fear of failure, a fear of rejection, like that Four of Cups coming out earlier. Excuse me, a fear of fear. The greatest thing we have to fear is fear itself. Yeah, sorry, I just heard. So it's yeah. I'm hearing a spirit guide say it's soul corrupting. Like, it's soul corrupting to have these fears, to have this worry, to have these fears, to have these sorrows of the fact that, well, it didn't work out in the past. Well, in the past I shot my shot, or in the past I tried to go for that job, or in the past I tried to do this and it didn't work out. And spirit's like, well, maybe it wasn't for you then. Maybe it wasn't your right person for you then. Maybe, just maybe, you shot your shot at the wrong person. And that's okay. It's okay that if you shot your shot at the right or the wrong person, you know, in the past. It's okay if you got rejected in the past. You know, it might have really felt really, really terrible, right? Really, really terrible. But you are being offered a brand new position here. If you feel more comfortable taking it slow, taking it one step at a time, okay. But don't be sneaky about it. Don't, you know, like, there's something here about, like, being open and honest about it, because it's going to put a lot of sneaky energy here. It's going to put a lot of distrust energy. Like, the more you, especially if this is a person, if you distrust the universe, if you distrust yourself, this person is going to pick it up as, I distrust you, or I am an untrustworthy person because I don't trust this. I don't trust you. I don't trust spirit. I don't trust my intuition. I don't trust that you're not going to hurt me. It's like, damn, like, I'm not a bad person, but if you think I'm a bad person, if you think I'm going to hurt you, then I'm going to walk away, right? Because I'm worth more than somebody being like, get away from me. I don't believe you. I don't trust you. You're a liar, you know? This situation could very much so just be like, okay, fine. And it's funny because those two spiders over there, they were fighting for ownership of, like, a gardening tool that's sitting over there. They're like, this is my gardening tool. No, this is my you know, this is my shovel. No, this is my shovel. Like, I want to be here. No, I want to be here. And that one spider was so defensive about defending their position on that tool. But now that I'm looking over there, they've both crawled off of it. Neither one of them have it now. And it's kind of a situation here where it's like you could self-sabotage yourself out of a situation of having something that you really want, and you might end up, both sides of the situation might end up walking away. Even if this is like a job or a career opportunity, it's like, well, that job will give, that career or that job, that they'll give, that business will give the job to somebody else, but it's not going to be the magic that it would be with you. It's not going to be they're not, whoever they hire is not going to produce the same product that you produce. It's not going to render the same results. And you both might end up walking away or missing an opportunity here for magic to happen. When they talk about like certain collaborations of like music groups or certain collaborations of things just coming together and it being magic, it's like, wow, this was meant to be. This person and this artist and this artist, or this person and this person were meant to collaborate together, and they made magic together. Like, it's crazy. Like, it changed the culture, or it changed history, or it put out a product out there that, changed the face of the business, and it gave this person who created this an opportunity to skyrocket or to be in the limelight, and really, honestly, Spirit is saying what you are rejecting is that possibility. If this is a possibility for a soulmate relationship, what you're really scared of is the commitment, is the relationship, is maybe this is everything I've ever asked for. I'm scared. Push it away. Run away. Or maybe it's not your one and only. Maybe it's not your everything, but it's definitely what you need for right now. And it could be magic. It could be something that is magical for how long it's meant to be magical for, or how long, or what opportunity you're meant to have here. But if you don't reach out, if you don't say, hey, if you're not like, okay, I'm receptive, I'm open. Yeah. If you don't open that message, for some of you, if you don't send that message, for some of you, if you don't open that message, if you're not open to receive that message, that person is never going to get the hint to pick up their phone and message you, or, because they're going to feel that you're untrustworthy and you're not ready. Amen. Answer me now. Yeah. You owe me a debt. You stole it from me. Yeah. So that's Beyonce Tyrant. Yeah. Somebody here could be being kind of like a tyrant in their life, where they're trying to be too controlling. Giddy up, giddy up. Yeah. So I'm hearing that, like, yeah, like, come on, like, jump on. This is something that's meant to be. This is like something that is meant, this is a soul opportunity here, right? We've talked about before how like opportunities, how jobs, how careers, how particular projects can be soulmates to you, right? Can be possibilities for amazing soul growth here. Again, remember the very first, one of the very first cards that Spirit showed was this star card, where it was like, this is an opportunity for you to stand up and shine and get a lot of healing, right? It's going to be a big healing process for you in this situation here. But you have to trust the process. Right? It might look murky, or it might look kind of intimidating, or you might feel triggered by this. It might be, look, if you really want this, you're going to have to get up. You're going to have to work for it. Yeah, maybe you will have to, move. Maybe you will have to, sit in a feeling of feeling uncomfortable, or facing something, like planting yourself in front of the mirror and looking into it and not being afraid, not looking away, not saying, you know what, no, F you. I don't need to soften up. I don't need to let somebody else in. Everybody else in the world is a liar. Like, if that's how you're feeling, then how can you possibly also be expecting for opportunities, for abundance, for job opportunities, for friendship opportunities, for relationship opportunities to come into you if you're like, everyone's a liar, I can't trust anyone? Like, make it make sense. Like, how do you think that those two things, are supposed to come in, right? Because you can't, no man's an island. Like, you're not going to be able to do anything by yourself, like all the way by yourself. Like, in some type of way, you're going to need to interact with the world out there. And so, you're going to have to try. You're going to have to push yourself to try to do those things. You owe me a debt. You stole it from me. I keep hearing that part of those lyrics from that song. That's Beyonce's Tyrant. I'm on the road. Giddy up, giddy up. Yeah. Yeah. Judgment. Some of you, you're fearing judgment, or you're being too judgmental of this opportunity or this thing because you're fearing the judgment that you will get. Like, okay, what if I step into this? For some of you, you're scared like that you'll actually like this. It's like, okay, what if I give into this and I actually like this? What does that mean? Does that mean I'm somebody different than I pretend to be? Okay. Like for some of you, this could be like, for some of you, it could be like a new style. It could be a new way of dressing, a new way of wanting to be. And for some, I'm hearing for some of you, you have like this fear of being like, but what if people think I'm a poser? Like, and it's this kind of energy. And I'm not trying to make fun of you. And I say that because it's a legit fear of being like, what if people think I'm being unauthentic? You know, what if I do want to change my style? What if I do want to change up my content? What if I do want to change the way that I look, or that I act, or that I walk, or that I dress, to be more authentic, right? You have this want and this need to want to change, to be more authentic, to be the true you, but you're scared of other people's reaction to it, or you're scared that for some of you, it's like, what if I try this and I love it? There's something here about like being ashamed of it. They're reminding me of an interview. Was it an interview? No. It was a show that I watched with Trixie Mattel, who's like a famous drag queen, if you don't know. And he was talking about one of the first times that he went and he did drag, and he went, and then afterwards he said that he went home afterwards, and you know, his boyfriend was like, oh, did you have a good time? He was like sleeping, and he was like, did you have a good time at the show? And he said that he was just laying there in bed thinking, I want to do drag for the rest of my life. Like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. But he talked about how he was scared because he was just like, I felt ashamed of it. I felt ashamed of wanting to do drag. I felt ashamed of being gay. I felt ashamed of wanting to be the person that I wanted to be. Like, it was so hard for me to accept that this is who I am. This is what I want to be. And now he was on RuPaul's Drag Race. And he won RuPaul's Drag Race. Now he is one of the most well-known and successful drag queens out there. You know, and he wouldn't have had that life. He wouldn't have lived this magnificent, crazy life that he's lived now if he hadn't have had the bravery to go to that show, to try drag and be like, oh my God. And when he was sitting there laying in bed, feeling that alignment to the authentic, you know, to his authentic soul purpose, right? When he was feeling that alignment happening within him, he was just like, I love drag, but I hate how much I love it. Because, not because of me, but because of what people think about drag queens, about what even the gay community, they talk about that. Him and Katya do on their show, right? They talk about the judgment that you get from other people doing that and being that, and like the, you know, the social norms that you're questioning, the, you know, the how people question like who you are, what you really want, you know, like, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to dress up in dresses? Why do you want to put on wigs? Like, why do you want to do that? That some of you might have something that you're being guided to do that, you know, certain people maybe in your life, or maybe even you fear the public being like, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to be with that person? Or why would you want to walk like, why do you want to walk like that? Why do you want to talk like that? Why do you want to, like, you know, why I'm hearing like you were brought up in the church, and some of you are going to be like, you know, you're going to have church. You still want to be able to go out into your community, to go to, you know, community gatherings, to go to that. But you know that you're going to have certain people that are like, why are you doing tarot? Or why do you believe in the more spiritual things that you do, but yet you still want to come to our church? Why do you want to do those things, but yet you still want to be involved in our community? And some of you are really afraid that not only like your family or your friends, but your community as well is going to reject you, is going to reject your authentic self. Or what if I will walk down the street and people will look at me like, are you crazy? Why are you wearing face paint? Why are you wearing those clothes? Why do you have elf ears on? What the fuck? You're weird. So the fuck what? You know, this is a challenge for you to accept who you truly are, to accept your intuition, to accept what your heart truly desires, and for you to be that person. Obviously, we're talking about things that aren't against the law or aren't, you know, hurting other people. But I don't know why I felt the need to say that, because some of you, not all of you, but there's one or two people out there that's watching this. You're sick. You're sick, and you know I'm not fucking talking about that. I'm not talking about doing spell work. I'm not talking about hurting other people. I'm not talking about making people do things against their will. That's not what I'm talking about. So don't try to twist my motherfucking words. Bitch, don't try me. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to say that because... And if it's not for you, don't let a stray catch you. And if it catches you, pow pow, like it caught you. I don't know. Like, if you know I'm not talking to you, I'm not talking to you. How about that? And if you're running to comment down below that I'm talking to you, then maybe I am talking to you. You just hadn't realized it yet. Anyway, so don't question your authenticity, because somebody, I'm telling y'all, some of these people, they just want attention. They want attention. They're too scared to walk in their authenticity, and they want to call you a weirdo for liking the things that you like or saying the things that you say. Like, remove yourself then. Walk away then. Turn your eyes away. You don't like what I'm wearing? Turn your eyes the other way. Like, so what? Is it, you're sitting there worried about, but what if somebody what if a stranger that you pass on the street is like, ew, I don't like that outfit, or, oh, that person is weird. Outside of that that 10-second, 2 or 3 seconds that you're passing by that person and they go, ooh, they're weird. Are they ever gonna matter ever again in your life? No. And it might be easier to say that about strangers, but I understand how it can be difficult to be like, I don't want my family to turn their back on me. I don't want my friends to be like, you're weird. You like who? You want to date what? You want to do what? But understand that anyone who doesn't accept you for you being your authentic self is not authentically you, or they're not meant to be as significant as you're holding them. You're putting that person in a position that they do not deserve. You're giving them an opportunity to matter more in your life than you matter in your life. Than being you, than being happy, than being who you want to be, loving who you want to love, doing what you want to do. Why? Why are they more significant than you are? Oh, it's a butterfly. Why should their wants and desires matter more to you in your life than your wants and desires? This is a moment of transformation that you are being asked to challenge yourself to people-pleasing tendencies, or to people-please like your ego. To people-please yourself, to people-please your own fears and your own doubts. Who in the F? Oh, okay. Somebody just turned around in my driveway, and I'm like, who are you? Why are you just pulling into my driveway? What in the F? I said. I was thinking so quick. I was like, huh? Who that? But anyway, yeah. It could be a situation like that where you're just kind of like, who is that? Who is this? Why? Who is she? Who is he? Who is that person? That's your authentic self looking at you in the mirror saying, like, I want to be acknowledged. I want to have a place in your life. I want to have, a role in your life. I want to be here. I want to show up. Other people have abandoned me. Other people, like you, have abandoned me for other people to feel more comfortable in your presence. Why? Why do you want to hold on to that feeling of, I'll be uncomfortable so that other people around me aren't uncomfortable by my presence? Why? If they're uncomfortable, that's their business, Now, I'm not saying that that's like a blanket statement as in like 100% for sure, right? Because it's like, well, I want to walk around naked, so I don't understand why anybody else cares about that. Of course, people aren't, they don't want to see certain thing, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's, I want to dress a certain way. I want to walk a certain way. I want to talk a certain way. I want to believe in a certain belief system. I want to do a certain job. I want to practice a certain, spiritual practice, or I want to be a certain person. I want to have a certain thing or a certain person or a certain type of relationship in my life that I feel like this person or that person wouldn't approve of. Who gives a fuck? Stop with the bullshit. Spirit saying, stop with the bullshit, stop with the logic, stop with the, but what about this, but what about that, but what about this? I just heard Cartman from South Park go, but mom! And it's like, for some of you it is. Like, for some of you it is like a mother figure in your life, or it is a person that you really, you strive for this person's approval. Yeah, but Spirit is saying, like, this is going to be a tower moment for you, but it's time for you to step up and defend yourself against this devil energy, right? And for some of you, yeah, against your mom, you know, because there is imbalance in this situation here. This camaraderie that you have is based in imbalance. Their love for you is based in condition, you know. I love you as long as you show up and you look and you walk and you talk in a way that I agree with. Why do you want friends and family around you who are conditional? Who say, yes, I love you as long as you're not being who you truly are. Yes, I love you as long as you're not practicing what you truly want to practice. Why would anybody who truly loves you not want you to do something that makes you feel whole, that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel satisfied, that makes you feel closer to God, that makes you feel, more spiritually balanced and more in alignment with yourself? Why are you fighting to keep people in your life that are like, as long as you're not being you, I love you. As long as you're not being who I need you to be, as long as you are being who I need you to be, I accept you. But the second you want to step outside of the role that I assign you to play in my life, or the second you want to step out of who I approve for you to be, it's an issue, it's a problem. Why are you fighting to keep people like that in your life? Because you're not the issue, you're not the problem. Their expectations of you are. And you are not responsible for living up to other people's expectations of, this is who collective is. They fit in this little box. They look like this, they walk like this, they dress like this, they talk like this. They're interested in these sort of type things, and they do this, and it's in a little box, and you are dying to get out of this little box. Your soul is begging for expansion, is begging for the opportunity to do something different, to be something different, to have something different, and you are just rejecting this out of a fear, and for some of you, Spirit is saying that you need to cut your dependency on this. You need to cut your dependency on their approval. You need to cut your dependency on being who they need you to be. Ooh, a cool breeze is blowing in. Can y'all hear the cicadas? When it gets quiet, you can hear just the background rumble of them. Oh, a car's about to pass by, so you can't hear. But I don't know if my device is sensitive enough to pick up on it. But where I am right now, the cicadas are out in full force, and anywhere you are, there's just this dull rumble in the background of them, chirping, of them putting out their calls. I'm just trying to listen, and why is everybody coming by? There hasn't been cars driving by for a minute. And again, they just keep saying that. Listen with your heart, you will understand. Listen with your heart, you will understand. Let it break upon you like waves on the sand. Yeah. That sounds so beautiful, you guys. Ooh, the temperature is like dropping. It's about to rain. Feels good. You guys hear the crows calling? Page of Wands. You're at the beginning of a journey. You're being asked to go down this journey. You're at the beginning. Oh, Lord. Yeah, and I've gotten that message before where it's like the message of other people being like, you've changed. You've changed. You're not the person that you used to be. Like, oh, you're sneaking around. You're doing things, differently. Or you're not hanging out with us the way that you used to. Or you're not, you don't believe in things the way that you used to. You don't, you're not the way you used to be. Yeah. And Spirit saying you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to change. Oh, what is this hiding behind the Five of Swords? It's the Six of Swords. Come on now. Yeah. Let it go. Let it go. Because there's people that's got issues. That's got problems. With you being in this indecisive energy. There's people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 swords and 5 swords. Right? 5 swords, 5 swords. There's people who, yeah, they really don't want to give these haters like any kind of space really in your mind, because it's just kind of like, oh well. Like, people that don't understand you are just people that don't align with you, and that's okay. Let them go. Okay, you want to come up here now? Okay. Oops. The moon. Yeah, some of you might feel very different. Because it's showing me here, like, a lobster, like, hair crawling out here, like, trying to be with these 2 dogs howling at the moon. And it's like, I feel different. I feel other. I feel like I'm from a different world, or I feel like I'm from a different place. And so it feels hard to fit in. This could be like a starseed message for some of you, where it's like you come from a world, from a place that is much different from this world, or that's much more fluid in energy, or much more fluid in emotions. People who are much more in touch with their emotions. Beings who are much more in touch with their emotions, are much more in touch with... Shh. Shh. No. He agrees. Sorry, I know that was loud, you guys. Much more... Dogs howling at the moon. Come on now. Much more in touch with who they are. And so, for some of you, it's very much so like, Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I want to walk in my authenticity. You on a soul level, you want to walk on your authenticity. Why are you coming against me? Why are you making me your enemy? Why are you saying, like, that we can't be friends or because I'm different? Like, what does that matter? For some of you, it's your softness in your origin. Okay? Maybe you're more empathic. Maybe, you know, you come from a star system or from a people, from beings that are much more. For some of you, this is even about moving to a different country or moving to a different place. Okay? Where you feel like very different. You know, it's like, oh, this is not like home. This is not like, hey, sir, excuse me. This is not, this is not like home. This is not where I'm from. Like this, I don't feel, I don't feel accepted here by these people. Okay. Sir, you're being very loud. If you want to bark, could you give us soft barks, please? Just soft barks. He's a husky, though. He doesn't know about soft barks. I was a little softer. You see him back there? Excuse me, sir. I know that's loud, you guys. I'm sorry. But he is like barking like right on cue though, right on time. He really is. So it's just kind of this feeling of like, maybe for some of you it's like I'm overstimulated, it's too loud, it's too aggressive, it's too like something here, like I'm not used to this. Like even they're even showing me like the difference between hey, excuse me. They're even showing me the difference between like what it would feel like to adjust to what sound like underwater, like this crustacean coming up from the bottom. So the pressure would be different, the environment would look different. Hey, sir, stop please. The environment would look different. Everything would be very different. Like it would sound different. It would be different. It would. What is it, sir? What? How even sounds would sound like, colors would look different. Sounds would sound louder and would sound more piercing and would sound. So some of you could be like feeling like very overstimulated because your senses, you could be having upgrades in your hearing or upgrades in your psychic abilities, or in the different ways that spirit talks to you or speaks to you. They could be speaking to you, you know, like through your sense of sound or smell or taste. Claire Gusto, I think it is like taste. Yeah, so you could be having a development in your clairs, like listening to your body. Something here about it showing up in your body in different ways. So different senses being like very sensitive right now. Like me and my friends were walking the other day, and we were walking to the park. We walked out to the lake, and then we walked back to the park. We walked through town to get there, and we passed by a McDonald's to do that. And I literally had to put my hand over my nose because the smell of McDonald's literally burned my nose. It was burning my senses. It was burning me out. I was feeling like really like disgusted and sick to my stomach by the smell of it. And so for some of you, you might be experiencing upgrades like that, upgrades to your senses, upgrades to, they might not feel like upgrades. Like I know last night, like I talked to that same friend that I was walking with, and she was just like, I have a headache that won't go away. And I was like, me too. But I feel like that's because we're both like awakening up as well. So it's just like this sense of things are upgrading, things are changing, things are moving around. For some of you, you might be even developing. I'm hearing that for some of you, could be developing clairvoyance, and so you could be seeing images, or you could be having like very vivid dreams, and some of the images that you might see might confuse you or might even scare you, just in the sense where it feels overwhelming. Not scared in the sense of like, I feel unsafe. If you ever feel unsafe, like back up from that, or ask them to pull away. If they don't pull away, ask your angels to come in and protect you and things like that, right? So know that messages that are coming in are meant to find you. Because I know that when I first started, I've always had a sense of clairvoyance and like seeing things, but I never really put two and two together. I never was like, oh, you're clairvoyantly seeing messages. Like I would just be like, I have a very active and creative imagination. And like coming to the acceptance of that, of being like, you're not just making these images up in your mind. You're not just being very creative in your mind. Like you're getting downloads, like you're seeing things, seeing things deeper than they are, or seeing things that haven't happened yet. Or seeing things, on a hidden level that you don't quite recognize yet within yourself. You don't quite recognize like how deeply you're seeing these things, or how, even in a way where maybe even other people don't understand, And I had a lot of people tell me, oh no, that's not what it really is. That's not how it really feels. When in the end it would turn out to be that what I was feeling was true. Like that I wasn't just making assumptions, or I wasn't just, just talking out the side of my neck. Like I was really actually getting downloads and things, And so it took me some time to accept that in my life. And when I was first getting visions, like I would be trying to lay down and go to sleep, and I would close my eyes and I would still see things. Like after I closed my eyes, I would see things that in hindsight, when I looked back, they weren't actually scary things to be shown, but it was weird because it felt different. It felt intimidating. Like I would like, what it is that I was feeling the otherness inside of my mind. Like I was feeling like, this isn't me feeling these thoughts. This isn't me thinking these thoughts. This isn't me. So my mind was feeling the otherness. How I always envision it is like the scene from the movie Inception, where Leonardo DiCaprio's character has taken Elliot Page. I think he goes by Elliot now. Elliot Page, instead of Ellen Page. I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry if that's not right. But taking them into the dream world together, and then being like, having like people in the dream, him explaining like, oh, these are projections of my mind. You can actually talk to these people, and you'd be talking to pieces of my mind, pieces of my subconscious, and that when Elliot starts changing the things inside of the dream, or their character starts changing things inside of the dream, like people start looking at them, or people start shoulder checking them, and it's like, hey, will you tell your subconscious to calm down? And it's like, no, like that's how it works. Like the more you change it, the more you call out your otherness, right? Like my brain can feel the otherness of, you are another entity inside of me. You are not me. And so it's an intimidating feeling to feel like something else is inside your mind, or something else is, you're feeling the presence of something other outside of yourself. So for some of you, you might be feeling those feelings of intimidation, of feeling triggered, because you are feeling the otherness of, these aren't my thoughts. This isn't my mind. These aren't ideas that are coming, that are coming from me. They're coming from something else. And when I look back, I was interpreting that feeling as fear, but when I look back, it was just my sense of like, this is coming from something other than me. So I felt very intimidated by it. And some of you might be experiencing that. Yeah, Magician. Some of you are really manifesting, look, Chariot. Some of you are really manifesting this forward movement coming into your life that's really going to help to build your independence and help build your confidence. But you're not seeing it as that right now. You're seeing it as something challenging you, or you're just seeing all this energy. You're just feeling all this energy coming, like zooming in towards you. And it feels intimidating. It feels like, oh, this is a fight. It feels like, oh, I need to fight this, or oh, I need to. But Spirit is saying, stay on your throne. Stay on your throne. Remember your power. Stay in your place of power. Because the tower moments do feel intimidating. They feel intimidating, here. And you might even feel defensive. But this is happening to bring an equal exchange, to bring a balancing of things. Something that was missing from your life before is being born to be begged. It's begging to be born, excuse me. Born to beg. There's something here about the fact that maybe perhaps you were taught to beg for approval, or you were taught to beg for, and I understand that word can be triggering, but it's like you were taught to lower yourself, lower your self-worth, lower your self-esteem to make other people feel more comfortable around you, or to make other people accept you. And it's like, oh, you're lowering yourself to be accepted by a group of people, when there are people out there who would love you and accept you as your true self. Like the acceptance that you get for being your true authentic self will never feel as gratifying as the acceptance that you get for being somebody fake, or for being somebody that's not true to yourself. You will always have this sense of otherness, and because there will always be this sense of you don't truly belong. If you are in a group, if you are in a place and you feel like I don't belong here, it's because you are not being authentic to yourself. It's because this place, this job, this career, this project, this group of people, this family, they do not speak to your true authentic self. And for some of you, the lesson that you have failed to learn is that you are not the problem. You are not the issue. How you truly want to be is not an issue. It's not a problem. The issue is that you are in a place that does not support your authenticity. And a lot of you have been around a lot of people who put that onto you. Like, you need to change to be who I need you to be. You need to lower yourself, or to put yourself in this box so that I can accept you. If you want my love, if you want my acceptance, well, I fucking don't. That's right. What if I don't? What if I don't want your love? What if I don't want your acceptance? Because it comes at the cost of myself. I'm not going to martyr myself to be accepted by you. And again, I know that that's way easier said than done. Okay? But there's a death process that's happening right here. There is an ending that is happening here in your life, and that is being called forward in your life. Right? End it. Put an end to these people-pleasing ways. Put an end to these masks that you're wearing. Pull that mask off. Why would I believe you? Oh my God. Do not bring up, oh my gosh. I don't know if any of you are following along with this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef stuff, but they're quoting like Meet the Grams at the end, where Kendrick is telling Drake, it's like, dear Aubrey, like, this isn't truly who you are. You're gonna hide those baby mamas out here. You ashamed of them, ain't you? That ain't how your mama taught you how to be. You better take that mask off. Show me what's underneath those accomplishments. So for some of you, you're hiding underneath the accomplishments or the goals that other people have set out for you. It's like, oh, I can get acceptance if I do this. Well, I really want to do this, but if I go to school for this, and if I become this, then I'll have the love and acceptance of my family or of my community. Like, I really don't want to be that, but I'll do that, and I'll build my whole life around wanting to be accepted for being something that I'm not. Why would I believe you? You never gave us anything to believe in. That's what I'm hearing. Like, yeah, pull that mask off. Pull that mask off. Stop trying to be something that you're not. Be your authentic self. Yeah. Pull that ego up from the root. That's what I'm hearing. That's a line. Is that a line from Meet the Grams, though? I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. And there could be something very significant there about, like, because in that, which is that is a devastating song. So crazy. Yeah. And it's like in that song, it's like Kendrick is being like, I see through you. I see through your mask. I see through all this BS, this fake persona that you wanna present to the world, and I see the soul underneath. I see the inauthentic way you have been walking through life. Now he says it in an extremely disrespectful and shadow. I don't want to call it low vibrational because it is a very much a sense of coming from their shadow. And I can kind of relate to that because a lot in my life, because I did have a lot of people tell, kind of have that same issue with me, I would and can easily tear down someone because I see so deeply into them. So I can easily take it way too far and say, well, you know what, this and this and that, because, your daddy abandoned you and yeah. And it's shit's true, and it hits a little too hard. It's a little too, if you want to, it need to be a little bit more digestible than that. And for some of you, maybe you have that issue. Maybe you have an issue of reading very deeply into people and understanding that there has to be a level of understanding that not everybody's ready to hear the blunt, most honest, most down to their core truth, and that if you are going to walk through life speaking that or walking in that, be prepared to not be liked by everybody. Be prepared to not be accepted by everybody, even by your own friends or by your own family. Be prepared to ruffle some feathers. Be prepared to be weird. Be prepared to be snickered at or be laughed at or be called a weirdo or be called, different. Be prepared for not everyone to like you, not everybody to vibe with you, not everybody to get behind you. Even for some people to straight up come against you and to fight against you, because it's not really about you, it's what you stand for, right? It's the fakeness that, like with the Meet the Grams, right? Like, everybody is like, what did he do? Drake, what did you do that has Kendrick so bothered to say this kind of ish to you, to read you for filth up and down to a soul level, and to make the kind of allegations that they're making against you? Like, what did you do? Like, and it's, for me personally, looking into it spiritually, I'm like, Kendrick sees into this man, into a very deep soul level, and of course, like, the claims that he has against him are at this level, I don't know. If you do a little research on this man and what he does and what he's done in the past, there's no smoking gun, but damn, is there smoke though? Like, it's there, and Kendrick's got it, and he's bringing it to this man's face. Like, okay, like, if you really want to take it there, let's talk about what the streets is talking about. Let's talk about what the industry is talking about behind closed doors. Like, you're a sick man, and you got sick thoughts, bro. There's a reason that people that get so close to this man end up like running away and feeling disgusted. Y'all better go talk to Rihanna about it. But anyway, there is this feeling of like, I see into you. I see down deep into your core, And for some of you, you are that person who has been inauthentic. And so you've had people react very badly. Even when you have compromised yourself, you still have people, it's like, oh, I've compromised myself in my belief system to make other people accept me and love me more. And they might have accepted me briefly, but they never truly accepted me. They're not truly my friend. They're not truly my supporters. They're not truly those people. They're here for the gag. They're here for what they can get out of me. They're here for the gossip. They're here, they're here to kiki about me behind my back. They're here to say, let's test them. Let's test how much they'll push themselves outside of their inauthentic ways. And then for many of you, the more and more you compromise yourself, the more and more these people make fun of you, or the more and more these people disrespect you. They have less and less respect for you. And that's how it really works for a lot of people here. A lot of people compromise themselves thinking that they're going to get acceptance, but it comes up rotten because it's not true acceptance, It might be like, they're reminding me of how like somebody who is bullied will start bullying other people so that they're not the victim of the bullying anymore. And although they have turned into the bully now, they're not getting bullied. They're doing it out of survival. And although it's not right, that's why they're doing it. And for a lot of you, although it hasn't been right to yourself, you have been becoming the bully, like basically bullying yourself, Ooh, that's hard for y'all, some of y'all to hear. Okay? That's how we talk about how you have that bully, you have that person in your life. And even though you might move out, you might move away from them, you might never talk to them anymore, they become the voice of your inner critic, They become that voice inside your head. They might have told you your whole life, you can't, you can't, you can't. Now you tell yourself, you can't, you can't, you can't. And it's not even really you. It's this person's energy that you've taken and you've made into you. You've made into that voice, to that inner saboteur, to that inner critic. And this is something that needs to be ripped from the root. Again, I'm hearing that line, rip it from the root. Maybe some ayahuasca. Yeah. This is something down deep. Yeah. And he ends that Meet the Grams with, fuck a rap battle. This is a life battle with yourself. Because that's what it truly is. This is a battle with your own inner demons. This is a battle with your own inner thoughts. This is a battle with your own inner devil energy. You might have thought for a long time that you were battling with me, but you're battling with yourself. Excuse me. Woo, my God. Ooh, that was hard to get out, y'all. You're not battling with me, you're battling with yourself. And that's what it is. Even for some of y'all, some people will hate you for the shit that you say. Some people will hate you to the point where they take it to a level of turning other people against you. Of making themselves, making a point to make themselves your enemy. And for some of you, you could be dealing with some kind of persecution complex, okay? Maybe you were persecuted in the past. Maybe you were persecuted in this life for being who you are. I'm getting a specific scenario here where, and I'm sorry if this is you, and I'm not trying to just give you my empathy or be like, I'm so sorry you had this type of life, because like, I'm hearing that for some of you, you're tired of hearing people say that, hearing people say you're sorry. But for some of you, maybe even for just one of you out there, I'm getting this specific scenario that you could have been brought up in a household where you were an affair child. Okay? And, it's reminding me of Jon Snow from I almost said Lord of the Rings. No, ma'am. From Game of Thrones. And how, Catelyn never hid her dislike of Jon. Just sitting there sneering at him and talking down and making sure he always felt other. Because he was a constant reminder of her husband's supposed infidelity, right? And so for some of you, there is this sense that some of you might have grown up with a parent who resented you for who you are, for what you did, or for what you represented. And for some of you, that is echoed in other people around you, where it's like, I resent you because you walk in your authenticity. You remind me that I am living a lie. You remind me that I am not being my true self. Every time you decide to be your true self, every time you decide to step up and do what's right for you, it reminds me that I'm not doing the same. And so you're not always going to be liked by everybody, you guys, but okay. What was I watching the other day that was talking about that? I was either watching like a reading or I was watching like a podcast or something where somebody was talking about a scene from the movie Bruce Almighty where Morgan Freeman plays God in that movie. And it's like when we ask God for an opportunity to be, or when we ask God to give us strength, does God simply give us strength, or does God put us in a position to be strong? And that's what I just heard. Does God, when you are praying for, for love, does God just simply give you love, or does God put you in a position to show yourself love, to show a situation love, to show God gratitude for the situation that you're being put in, and to eventually receive the love that you are asking for? Some of these things are coming in and they're going to appear like challenges to you, because they are. Not in a sense where like God's testing you or putting you to the test or anything like that, but it's a situation where you have the strength inside of you. Allow it to be born. Allow it to come out. Allow it, allow it to show itself. Allow your true strength of character to show itself. Allow the fact that you are smart enough, you are brave enough, you are strong enough, you are determined enough, you are disciplined enough. It's already, everything you need is already inside of you. Allow it to come out. Allow it to be shown. Allow it. You already have the confidence that you need. You are already everything that you need to be. You are already the person that you need to be, to have a soulmate, to have a person truly love you for who you are. Just allow it. Because for a lot of you, you have been put in positions over and over again where somebody doesn't give that to you, doesn't give you the opportunity to allow yourself to be loved, or to allow yourself to get the love or acceptance, or to allow yourself to love. I love myself enough to really, to get into the gym, to get that body that I want, to build that discipline that I want, to build that strength of character that I want. I love myself enough to be the authentic person, to not care if so-and-so has to walk out of my life, or if so-and-so walks into my life. Let them walk away. Let them go. If that's what it takes to have my peace of mind, let them go. Let them go. Let them walk away. Let them do their own thing. If they're meant to be with me, they'll either challenge themselves and do it, or they won't challenge themselves, and then I'll go be put in alignment with somebody who's ready. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off because I've been on here for like an hour and a half. Yeah, Hermit, go inside. You're being asked to go on a journey here, on an inward journey here. There's the King of Pentacles as well on the back of the deck. Yeah, there was a lot of balance coming out here, because the King and the Queen of Pentacles, the King and Queen of Cups, the King and Queen of Wands, as well as the Emperor and the Empress both came out. So almost all the pairs came out. And the King of Swords showed itself, but the Queen of Swords did not. So there could be this hidden energy here of this this need to have an appropriate amount of boundaries in your life. This need to have proper boundaries, but not have such a shield up that no energy can come into you, or like that you have this defensiveness of like, I can't trust anything, everything's a lie, I can't trust anybody, I don't need anybody, or I'm overly dependent. What will that person say? What will they think? Will they accept me? Will they love me? Will they care about me? If they're meant to be in your life, then yes, they will. And I'm hearing that same, like, Hangman, answer me now. You owe me a debt. You stole it from me. You stole him from me. I hated you once. I envy you now. Just show me how. Just show me how. So, yeah. I'm so thirsty. Hold on. All right, that's what I have. I was just trying to make sure any last little anything that needed to come up came up, but that's all. Yes, Spirit saying that all. Yeah. Oh, look, King and Queen of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. This is happening right now exactly when it's supposed to. The Tower. This Tower is happening right now exactly when it is supposed to. It is divine time for this to happen right now. Because for some of you were like, why now? Like, why right now? Why? What? Why? Because it's supposed to. It's supposed to happen right now. Queen of Pentacles again. King, Queen of Pentacles. So don't turn away from this. It's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen when and where it's supposed to happen. This wants to be halved again right here. Queen of Wands. This wants to be half right here. The Emperor. Calm down. I thought it was going to be the King of Wands. And I was like, yo. There's double energy here in the sense of like there's fear. There's fear energy here. The Hermit. There's some kind of want to like hide away or to stow away or to not deal with this energy because there's a fear. There's some kind of a fear of abandonment on the other side. Handle your fears because there's truth here and there's opportunity here for something very magical. Spirit is saying. So the enemy is inside of yourself. Like the enemy is inside of yourself. It's your fears, it's your doubts. Yeah. Gain your independence from these fears, from these doubts. And trust that you are being guided to where you were supposed to be. Wheel of Fortune. It is your destiny. It is your time to stand up, to shine. Look, there's the Empress. And the Tower card is showing itself again. So, you know, it's saying that it's your time. Have faith and believe in yourself. It's your time. Yeah. You're having difficulty balancing this out because there's some emotional maturity that needs to happen here. I really feel like it's like developing trust and faith in other people and in yourself. Yeah, Tower. Big Tower energy. Big Tower energy. I'm sorry, what the hell? So, yeah. You're feeling very defensive because you're like, I don't want this tower. This is crazy. I don't want this. I don't want to get knocked out of my, you know, I feel really comfy where I am right now. And Spirit said, ka-pow, pow. Exactly. That's why I had to come in and shake this shit up because you're feeling too comfortable. You're feeling too stagnant. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hearing it's time for action. Spirit is feeling like with that Tower moment, they're feeling like they're having to like push you into action. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. They're bringing something into your 3D existence, into your 3D awareness because you've asked for it. Yeah. Ace of Wands. For some of you, you could be having like an extreme, like passionate reaction to this. Like you could feel like, I have to do this. I have to do this. Or you could be thinking about it all the time. It could be popping into your mind all the time. And Spirit is just like, yeah, it's supposed to be. The Star card. It's supposed to be being brought to your awareness because there's something here. Yeah. There's a sadness here. There is a resistance to this because of something that's happened in your past. And Spirit is saying this is coming up so you can let go of whatever this is, the secret energy in your past, okay, that's been hidden. It's been hidden in your subconscious. It's coming to the surface so that 10 of Cups, I almost said 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is coming up in your mind. There's a lot of fears and doubts that are coming up in your mind. And somebody here is really, really trying to plan so that they can receive victory, or plan it's like, I can't allow this to happen because I'll look weak, or I can't allow this to happen because it's not I'll look weak. It's like, oh, I have a 5-year plan. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then Spirit's like, what about if I just, and just stuck this in here? And you're just like, no. And it's like, yeah, so I see somebody like meticulously like laying out pieces on top of a table, and they're like, and then I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then Spirit just walks by and it's just like, psh, and like knocks over the table, and you're like, are you effing serious right now? And Spirit's like, I didn't like the way you were arranging those pieces. They weren't right. Yeah, and now I'm seeing Bob Ross say, happy little accidents. Happy little accidents. Turn it into a tree. Turn it into a bird. Happy little accident. Yeah, so there is this energy of, like, things need to shake up. Things are too stagnant. Things are too, like, they're like this and they're like that. And I get up and I do this and I do that and I do this. And then I go to work and I do that. And I go to the gym and I work out and I do this. And then I go to bed and then I work all day. And then I do this and I do that. And then there's something just like, bam, like coming in and disrupting that. And you're just like, this has to be the devil. This has to be the devil, because it would only be the devil taking me off my plan or taking me out of my stagnancy. Spirit saying stagnancy. And it's like order. Like you're trying, like it's my order. It's what I'm doing. It's my, you know, my 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And Spirit's like, but what if I just place a color red in there? And you're like, that doesn't make sense. I'm talking about numbers. I'm not talking about colors. And Spirit's like, but you need more color. Because you're just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the Spirit's like, red. You're like, what? What? Exactly. Stop thinking about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and be like, red. I like red. Red's passionate. I like it. It's fiery. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. But no, because it's not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know, so Spirit is saying, like, this tower moment is happening here to get you out of your stagnancy. You're falling. He's like, I just wanted to rest my head on your titty. Yeah. It was meant to happen this way. You're falling. Yeah, it was meant to happen this way. It is divine, spiritual, you know, that this is supposed to happen. You know, destiny and whatnot. Yeah. It's spiritual time for this to happen. And it might not go along with your 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 5-year plan, but Spirit said, fuck your plan. That might sound really disrespectful, but Spirit is just like, no. Like, we can think, what is it? What is that saying where it's like, you make plans and God laughs? Yeah, that's not exactly the quote, I don't think, but it's like, we make plans and then God laughs at those plans, because it's just like, sure, you can make all the plans that you want, but if I say this is going to happen, it's going to happen then it's going to happen. And you can either fight against it, and you can either waste a bunch of your time and a bunch of your power and a bunch of your energy running away from it and fighting it and saying no, because it's not like this, and I wanted it to be like that, you know, but if you were going to interject any color, it should have been blue, not red. And Spirit's like, well, red is what you need right now. And you're like, but I like blue. And it's like, well, red is what you're getting. And it's like, F that. And you can keep chasing after blue. You can keep chasing after this. You can keep chasing after that all you want to. But red is what you want. Red is what you need. And it was like, I was looking for a 4. And you gave me red. And Spirit's like, so? Spirit's like, but what about blue? It's like, did I bring blue? Spirit said, did I stutter? Did I bring blue into your life? I didn't. I brought red into your life. Because that's what you were supposed to get. But blue just goes along with the aesthetic. But this world is about contrast. Spirit saying, so what? Red contrast. And that's what it's supposed to do. That's what you need right now. You don't need blue. Because blue goes along with everything else that you've already done. Blue just fades right into your 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, it's like a list. Like, I do this, I do this, I do this. I do this, I do that, you know, do this. And then I do this and this and this. And then I'm going to do this and this and this. And then I do that and that and that. And Spirit's like, anyway, psh. And they're showing me just all the numbers just like spread all over the page. And this person's like, or you're like, like, my God, no, stop it. I can't take this. Like, this is too much right now. It's breaking me. It's putting me to my breaking point. And Spirit's like, is it? Is it? You're just like, I can't take it anymore. It's like, really? Maybe it's because you're holding on to something that's not meant to be in your life. Maybe it's because the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is not meant for you. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody get pushed into their limit and they're just like, fuck it. Fine. Fine. Spirit's like, good. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting it. Stop holding on. Stop fighting it. Yeah, and the joins me to my red pendant. My red orb. Could be dragon energy. You could be being asked to work with fire energy right now, with dragon energy right now. Or just a more fiery energy, yeah. You're like, I like blue because blue's like water and blue just goes with it. Blue's like ice and it's just sulfurs and it's like this. And Spirit's like, fire! And you're like, no! No fire! And the Spirit's like, fire! It's so weird. But okay. Is there anything else? Sorry, I had an itch on my foot. No, I keep on saying I'm going to go, and this is it. I'm really going to go now. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I will see you guys in the next one, okay? I hope that this brought the love letter clarity to your situation that you were looking for. If it didn't, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not sure why you're still here at the end of almost a 2-hour reading if it didn't resonate with you, but okay. Appreciate the view. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you took something out of this, okay? I want to thank you for being here as well. So I want to thank your angels, spirits, guardians, ancestors, and guides for guiding you here to get this information, okay? Thank you to my spirits, angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides for helping me to deliver this message as well as keeping me safe while they did so. If you feel drawn to check out any of my other messages, please do. If you feel drawn to check out any of the links down below that will link you up to me or to the decks that I have created or I offer, or the things that will lead you, the contact information that's down below. Woo, my goodness. The contact information that's down below to if you feel guided to get a personal reading from me. Okay? Thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate it, as always. There's more messages, but that's all. I'm cutting it off. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Bye!